Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, Me, and Advice Show from the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy. Hut.
I'm your middlest brother, Travis McElroy. Huddle, 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 huddle.
Hey, this is Gridiron Field Goal McElroy.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was seamless.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
The football reference
You know what they don't tell you? A lot of time when the footballmen are like in that big circle, they're just saying huddle, 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 huddle. Because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do most of the time.
A lot of the time they're not even coming up with freaking plans. They just wanted to snug. They wanted a quick snug. They wanted to get snug as a bug because they've just been hit so many times.
Yeah, they're just trying to be, you know what they should do? They should make that circle but turn their backs inward and look out so they can all be looking out at the same time so no one sneaks up and tackles.
Oh, or listens in on their big plans.
Yeah. Hey, it's fantasy football time.
Just anything, man. Football, don't really give a shit, but I'll look at it. I'll look right at it for a while, if that helps.
Listen, I don't want to jump back to this, but it's just occurred to me, I should be able to watch football in 4DX.
Yep, you should.
Oh, that's a good point.
I want to feel what it's like to get just a human being thrown at me.
I like the idea of a 4DX theater where there's a guy controlling all of it live, like an old organist at silent movies from the 30s.
We can't go back to talking about 4DX.
Do that.
No, but
Fantasy football season is here.
What if when they dumped the Powerade over the football coach and they dumped Powerade
on your face? Yes. Okay, Justin. Yes. Take away. Go. This is your bit. I'm so sorry. This is Justin's bit and his idea. It's your time to shine, baby.
I didn't suggest it, but it's a football of a time here at My Brother, and Me. And we're ready to run it to the red line and talk about our fantasy football strategies. Mm-hmm. This episode is going to be exclusively fantasy football.
Yes.
Some picks, some hot picks for the best kickers, mainly kicker focused because that's the differentiator. Everybody knows you want a good QB in there. Mm-hmm. You want a good RB, but what about the K? You know what I mean? I'm saying a little special K in there.
My recommendation, and listen, this is a bit of a sleeper pick, right? But I'm saying Steve Bigfoot Jones because he's got that big old foot.
Right. Yeah. He cannot miss the football.
Yes. His foot is 19 inches long. And he basically can just lift up the ball with his foot and just kind of drop it in the end zone.
I want to share my fantasy football strategy for the year. I'm employing for Touchdowns and Abbey the same strategy that I've been employing since that name was funny, and that is this. I don't have... This is a league our dad runs. I don't have the login for my account.
Same.
Okay. I don't know how to update it. Now, is this negligent? No. Why? Well, I feel like the computer probably did a better job of drafting than I would. It is so presumptuous to me, this idea that I'm going to get in there and do a better job than a football robot. That seems
That's fair.
Absolutely insane to me.
Mine and Justin's approach is the same. I don't even think I have that account anymore, but somehow I'm still robo-drafting all my guys. So we've essentially ripped the Beyblades out of our Beyblade guns, and now for a whole season, they're going to spin and dance around each other, and we're going to see who the last one spinning is. Probably mine.
When it comes to trades, our teams are going to play hardball. What does that mean?
Okay, so I'm looking at last season's standings.
Yes, please.
In
the league.
It is a 10-team league. Now, Griffin,
did
finish ninth.
That's bad.
With 2-12.
That's not great, but there was somebody below me, which is great.
And that would be Justin with 1-13.
Oh, dang. I bet one of those W's was Griffin, right?
Most likely, yeah.
Most likely, we only beat each other.
All right, well.
I should change my team name to Bye Week, because that's basically what you have if you're playing me is a week off.
Now, I will say back in 2017, Justin finished 7th and Griffin finished 9th, Justin beat many people in 2017.
Wow. But that's like a control group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is baseline of football, and then you can do better than this. If you do better than this, you get a win. But that's just the baseline of football trends that year. The predictability of football is what that was sort of ranking. The problem that I have is deaths. If there are any deaths on my team, the computer cannot account for it.
Right.
When players are, as they are frequently, killed
Exploded.
on the field of play,
Yeah.
exploded.
From having full-grown people thrown at them.
Right.
A member of the Mutant League comes in and blows them up with a hand grenade, whatever the cause. The computer does not redraft dead players, and that's a problem that I had because I would love it to fill those fill the gaps. You know what I mean? But no dice.
And that's why I made a mistake when the last time I played, I drafted Brian Brittlebones. The dog ruined it. The dog ruined my joke.
The dog ruined Griffin's football joke.
Tell the dog it ruined my football joke.
Lily, you ruined Griffin's joke. Back to you.
I made a good football joke and the dog ruined it.
Football joke and you ruined it, dogs.
Send it to the glue factory.
Okay, back to their jobs at the glue factory. My problem in fantasy football is one of my players will
It's
get
your dogs.
The
It's
dogs
your
is
dogs
still
ruining
going.
our podcast.
Travis, no football jokes will be made while the dogs are
wait,
going.
hold on.
Justin, real quick, while he's doing that, let's tell some good football jokes.
Okay, they could have changed the rules to make points different, and I still wouldn't affect my play.
Yeah.
And I'm so disconnected
Headphones.
from the world of football. It's going to be another. What I can't leave is the text chain about football. So I'm getting a lot of updates about the draft, about people's unawareness of the draft, about people missing the draft, a lot of guilt trips from my dad about people not giving it their all. It should be known, Griffin and I are not negligent here. We have begged to be freed from this football league that we cannot keep up with. Begged.
Our papa will not let Touchdown and Abby and Gridiron and Wine die.
I've told him, like, I haven't watched a football game save the Super Bowl for like 2.5 years, like recreationally. I'm not up on it. I'm not up on it. I tried to draft. I tried to draft the old QB for the Dolphins. I ended up drafting Ken Marino from Party Down and Burning Love.
He did a good job, though.
And Veronica Mars, he did a good job considering he didn't play any games. But shit, man, let me go. Let me free.
This is not, by the way, the sort of like sports ball, blah blah blah. Like the idea that I would be able to predict with literally any accuracy on my own, predict how a football team would perform in a given outing is just beyond comprehension at this point in my life. I have 2 kids. I have a lot of kids.
You can lose. I was just thinking about this. You can lose points in fantasy if you're a player for like fumbles and like stuff like that. So I'm willing to bet somewhere out there is an NFL, a professional football player who ended a season with negative points, meaning I did better in fantasy football than they did.
Interesting.
Yeah. My fantasy football stats are better than theirs.
You gotta get Travis.
You gotta get Travis.
He's not gonna bring you down.
Nope. That's my promise to you. You'll end it with exactly the same amount of points you had if you'd left the slot open. That's the Travis McElroy promise. Just write me in. They'll recognize it. Let me be a write-in candidate for your fantasy football game.
Please, let's do some show.
I'd love to. This has been show. This is all part of the program.
Let's do more show then.